When I was watching this, I was thinking of like physical theatre and the idea of, that's a big part of it. The idea of like forming your body and turning into the shape of an animal or whatever. I mean, you've been described as a method actor. Do you subscribe to that at all? I mean, what's your take on, I suppose, the kind of the performative nature of this? Like,
I don't know. I mean, bits and bobs. Like, there's certain things that I like to do to kind of root you in it the whole time, but. Also, I think people's idea of method actor is that you are completely in character. Like, I respond to my name and we'll chat in between takes. But similarly, like to have a focus to the work that might be akin to what people think of as method acting. So it's a bit of both, really.
Yeah.
But with this one, I guess, and certain things are a necessity. Like, I had to practice the crawling to get the physical side of this. Yeah. Which, kind of means that there's a bit of a run-in that's a bit like method acting, but I was by no means on all fours the whole time. So.
I would imagine, because that would be tough.
Yeah.
In terms of, I mean, not to be careerist or whatever, but like looking at your other work, correct me if I'm wrong about this, but it seems like you tend to extremes, and I will explain that. I mean, in this, obviously, it's a very extreme character. Captain Fantastic, you're the son of an extreme character and you're living in that environment. Even 1917, like, it's literally a race against death. Are you drawn to extremes?
Yeah. But I think it's that actory thing of like, yeah.
Yeah, of course, I've got to go there, man.
Yeah, in the safety of fictional situations, totally. When I know that I'm going to be safe. I think but seriously, in the sort of the context of a story, it gives you the safety to kind of like push the boundaries of things which perhaps you wouldn't go towards on the day-to-day. And I think that's like, I want to juice that, that's the beauty of getting to work in this way. But I'm probably definitely very boring in my real life. So, so that's why it just saved up for work. These guys were just saying, we'll pop out, there's a couple of pints around. I'm like, probably half a pint and that'll be me, I think.
Just one little sip.
Yeah. There with an appletini, just like.
Well, appletinis are nice. Like, I mean, I've like the taste buds of a 12-year-old, so I dig appletinis 100%. In terms of how, I suppose, kind of outlandish, not outlandish, but the idea of, species dysphoria or otherkin or whatever you want to call it, as something that is as outlandish as this, would you correlate it with something as outlandish as, say, I don't know, like a comic book role or something like that? Do you find interest in that outlandishness? And I know I'm kind of repeating the question.
I think there's something. I think what is exciting about this is extreme, but I think it's kind of something that's more fundamental, and I think to varying degrees is sort of a bit more universal about just feeling a discordance with yourself and your context, or yourself and your idea of yourself, or yourself and other people's idea of you. And I think that is something that I've felt at times, I think people feel at times, and I guess just the beauty of this scenario is that it is a bit more extreme. And in terms of the species dysphoria, it's something I looked into a bit, but I kind of thought, as Jacob doesn't feel he has that. Jacob is a wolf in a man's body, and therefore I kind of lent much heavier on the wolf side of things than trying to understand what other people are telling him he's got.
Yeah. If Natalie was to reshoot the film and do the whole thing over again, not even that you have a choice in it, okay, but because obviously he just believes he's a wolf or whatever. Would you go for a wolf again? Would you choose a different animal? Like, or do you?
That's down to Nat. I mean, if she rotated him as a leopard or as a chicken, I would have done the same thing, but just for those various animals. Like, the wolf was out of my hands, and I'm just, probably lucked out with that animal because he's kind of, there's a cooler animal.
Well, if you had,
there could have been a moody corridor and being
it's all very But if you had a choice yourself, if they were saying, okay, we'll rewrite the film, and you can pick,
I don't know.
Do you identify? Like, I mean, because I know there are that thing of like familiars and stuff. like that.
I think with like, I don't know, maybe a form of monkey, like a. Well, no, lemurs aren't actually monkeys either. That's the thing. Lemurs are lemurs. Marsupials. Maybe a lemur. I'll go for a lemur, I think.
Right. Why a lemur?
And these kind of bounce. They've got a good look as well with the grey, black, and white.
Fionn went for a deer, and Lola went for a goat, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think my first choice would have been a dolphin, but that would have been a whole different budget as well.
True. Well, like, let's say like there's no budget, whatever. Like just a dolphin.
Ah,
yeah, I could
dolphin,
see a
yeah.
dolphin,
I mean,
yeah.
dolphins always having a good time.
Yeah, true. They're the only animal as well that have sex for pleasure.
There you go.
There you go.
Whole different twist of the film.
And on that bombshell, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
I'm running. I'm running. I'm breathing. I'm breathing.
Do you want things to get worse for you?
I have no human form.